Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Obstagoon with Hyper Beam. Now, I was foolish and I wasn't thinking last night, and I did about 4 of my sets in the Holiday Cup. So yeah, that's what we're going to be taking a look at here. I actually have the one leftover set, and I did go into a specific league. I will let you guys see what that is going to be later. We did get a 5-0, so you do want to make sure you tune in for that because, well, it was some good times with our original OG team that we do use in this specific league. So for Obstagoon with Hyper Beam, this is very interesting. Usually you're going to be running Cross Chop and Night Slash, typically for the Holiday Cup here. But we're going to be going with the Night Slash and Hyper Beam. Now, I have to tell you guys a little something here. It's kind of like a movie build-up, all right? You have the main protagonist, say he is or she is some sort of badass, and you want them to unleash their full power and just see them go crazy on all the bad guys or whatever the case may be. You may see a little glimpse of their power throughout the video, but you don't see it until the very end for that main event. And that's kind of what we have going on here with the Obstagoon. There was very little opportunity for me to get in Hyper Beam. There could have potentially been those times where I could have gotten it off, but it was a little risky using all that energy. Better off going for the bait, or at least just going for that Night Slash. But we will be making use of the Hyper Beam, and it will be amazing when it does happen. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into the commentary. Alright, so going for the good old Shadow Bone up against the Frostlass. We get the defense drop, which is great. Our fire spins are super effective, and now just doing that much more damage. Going for another one and taking them out. Alrighty, let's see what we have for the next battle. We're going to be leading with Obstagoon for the entire video here, and we're going to be met with a Diggersby. This is great. They're going to be swapping into Frostlass. Now, we're going to go ahead and just stay here. There's no need for us to swap because, well, Obstagoon is going to be fantastic up against Frostlass as it is, and our Venusaur can handle the Diggersby. We don't need to really worry about the Fire Punch. We're good to go. It is going to hurt us, but yeah, Venusaur is going to be able to spam that Frenzy Plant. So going for another one of these. Going to take out that Frostlass with the Night Slash here. Looking great. We have used no shields, and we're holding on to the Obstagoon with just a little bit of health here. They're going to be going in with Wigglytuff, instantly just taking us out, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and go in here with the Alolan Marowak because we don't really want to get matched up against the Diggersby. That'd be absolutely horrible because we know it does kind of wall us. Although we do have Fire Blast. That will give us a little bit of coverage to do more damage up against it. Nonetheless, we're going to be taking out that Wigglytuff. They're holding on to 2 shields, and we're going to be instantly swapping into our Venusaur when we go up against this thing. Now, it's going to be able to spam the Fire Punches a little bit faster, but you're going to see here in just a second that the Fire Punch is super effective, not getting stabbed, but we're going to be able to take that. Yep. And we still have a shield left. While these Frenzy Plants are going to be dealing a lot more damage in return, and they really don't have any room to just let them go through. Once those shields are depleted, well, it is going to get deleted. I did not try to make that rhyme. That just came out like that. All right, so here we go. Fire Punch. We have used our last shield, getting to the final Frenzy Plant to finish off this Diggersby. What a tank that thing is. Always a fun Pokemon. Alright, into the next battle. We got a veteran over here coming to challenge the King of Aces, and we're met with the Frostlass. This is a great lead for us. Ghost moves are not going to be very effective, while Avalanche is not going to be too threatening. It does hurt. They're going to be swapping into Vigoroth here, and we are, oddly enough, staying into this battle. I don't know why we did this. Well, technically, watch this. We're going to go ahead and swap into Venusaur here in just a second, and now we can farm down and come out of this battle with a ton of energy here. While the Obstagoon also does have energy ready to go. So, I mean, it wasn't the cleanest or best play around, but it is something here. We have a shield down, unfortunately, while they are still sitting on 2. We're going to go ahead and go instantly for the Frenzy Plant here, which was not the best idea because I just kind of systematically went for it, not knowing that the Altair was there. So, not great. We could have got off 2 potential Sludge Bombs, which would have threatened them a little bit more or gotten a shield potentially. So let's see if we're going to be able to combat out of this here. Going to bring in the Obstagoon and instantly use this energy on the Altaria, bringing it even lower here to potentially farm it down and then go into the Frostlass here. I do believe that's what they have. Yep, Frostlass. So swapping into our Alolan Marowak here. That Altaria does... I don't know, I think it has a little bit of energy, but let's see how this does play out. So doing super effective with the quick move here. Not hitting these because I don't really need to. They're using a shield anyway, so that's great. Now, I think we're going to use our last shield here. We get a little nervous thinking it might be a Shadow Ball, and it is a bait. So at this point, I'm thinking, well, great, now we're going to lose. Are we going to be able to pull this off? I don't know. We did drop the defense. Can we do it? Oh, we're able to take them out with the fire spins. Not very effective, but thanks to the defense drop, we were able to pull that one off. Amazing. Into the next battle here, we're met with a Cradily, and now this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Like I said, the Hyper Beam will be showcased, and it will be awesome when it does happen. It's just a very awkward move to have, to be honest. You are going to be getting stabbed because, well, Obstagoon is normal. So they're going to be retreating into a Frostlass, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Alola Marowak here. Now we do have to look out for Shadow Ball. That could be a threat. Now we are shielding up an Avalanche, which is not the best around, but hey, it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and just go for that Shadow Bone, taking them out. They are holding on to their shields. Looks like they wanted to come in here with the Sableye and potentially do some farming. But Shadow Bone is still going to be doing a decent amount of damage to Sableye over there. They're actually using a shield. Beautiful. And what we're going to do is just let this go down and bring in the Obstagoon. There's really not much a Sableye can do up against us. And they're going to be swapping into the Cradily, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Obstagoon here after gaining a little bit of energy on our Wigglytuff. The Wigglytuff can handle it. And yes, we are going to be rotating out one of the Pokemon on the team, and that was going to be Venusaur for the Wigglytuff. Venusaur was great, but I was getting sick and tired of getting walled with the Altarias. Alright, and into the next battle here, we're met with a Alola Marowak. I'm going to have to say this is one of the best matchups for Obstagoon. So unless they have Fire Blast, there's really not much that they can do. This is one of the reasons why I love running Fire Blast. And they're going to be making a swap into their own Obstagoon, which we're going to go right into our Wigglytuff here. And this is absolutely beautiful. Now, if you're wondering why people are going for a Night Slash before they do go for a Cross Chop, what they're trying to do there is potentially maybe get the boost. I don't know, maybe they have a Gunk Shot they just simply can't get to it, or maybe they're even running Hyper Beam themselves. Alright, so they're going to be bringing back the Alola Marowak, and now we do have a different Fairy Charge move, which is going to be costing more energy, going for all nukes over here. So we're not able to get to that. Could have potentially got out the Ice Beam, which would have helped us push it over the edge, but hey, it is what it is. So we're going to be able to gain a little bit more energy and swap as they go into their Frostlass here. We're still holding on to 2 shields, so 2-to-2 shield situation. We are going to be using 1 here, and they're absolutely going to be using 1 when I get off this charge move here. So we did shield that Shadow Ball up. That was a good call on our end here. So we're going to simply shield up everything. We don't care because, yeah, we don't. We're not going to take any chances. So they go for an Avalanche here, fine. And now we get a farm down. No shields, 1 shield on their end. We're going to go straight for the Shadow Bone here. And they're letting it go through. They realize that's a loss there. So fantastic. Into the next battle. You're like, well, where's the Hyper Beam? Well, it's coming. We're going to get to the grand finale here in a bit. I know. So they're going to be swapping into their Vigoroth, and we did stay in there for a little while. We swap into our Alola Marowak here, and we let the Body Slam go through, and I think they got a little discouraged that we didn't use our shield, and then they back out. So I don't know why I threw that one in there. That was really nothing to showcase. Into the next battle. All right, here you go, folks. You ready for it? All right, get ready. Here we go. Hyper Beam is about to happen here, folks. Okay, did it help? Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and let this go through. And now we're gonna finally hit the Hyper Beam. This is the first time I actually hit Hyper Beam on Obstagoon myself, doing a massive amount of damage, swapping into our Wigglytuff to finish it off with the energy. And this is looking good. They're going to be going in there with the Lapras here. Now, this is not a bad matchup for the Wigglytuff. I mean, Wigglytuff with Charm is doing great up against pretty much almost anything. As long as it's not resisting it, then yeah, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. But otherwise, Charm is just so OP. Going for an Ice Beam, and we're getting a shield out of them. Fantastic. Now, why am I going with the other Fairy Charge move? Just because I just want to see if I can get it through. It's going to do a lot of damage if I do. Anyways, going to go ahead and go in here with the Alola Marowak, kind of in a little bit of a jam. So what we're going to do is sacrifice the Obstagoon, catch the Surf here. Yeah, we're doing it. We're making the plays here in this game. Farm down the Lapras. They have 1 Pokemon. We have 2 shields. What is it going to be? A Stunfisk? All right, watch this, guys. Satisfaction to the max here. We got the Hyper Beam, we got the Fire Blast, we got the defense drop, and now we're going to be able to one-shot them with the Fire Blast. Oh, this is just working out so perfectly here, guys. So we're going to try to build up to this. They're going to be getting to another charge, and we could totally take this, but we're going to go ahead and shield it up and get off this Fire Blast and see what this is going to do with the defense drop here. What a smooth battle, taking the win with that Fire Blast at the end. Beautiful. Now, Bone Club is super effective, but it's not doing nearly as much damage as the super effective damage right back to us. So anyways, into the next battle here, we're met with a Tropius, something very interesting. I don't think I've ran into this one time during this specific cup here, but we're going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash, and then we're going to build up to the Hyper Beam to see if we can get that through. We're getting a shield out of them. That could have been a gunk shot. You don't want to take a gunk shot with that grass type, but now we're going to go ahead and go for the Hyper Beam. It's unfortunately not going to be enough to take them out, but at least we're doing a ton of damage to them. Going in with the Marowak and making them waste their energy on that Tropius, that was just great. Let's see if we're going to be able to pull this off, though. In comes a Shadow Aerodactyl. This is not great at all. That thing is very glassy, so we're going to go ahead and get this off. We're taking super effective from the quick move on that thing. Going to go ahead and swap into Wigglytuff and start really digging into that Shadow Glass cannon over there. They're staying in. They have no more shields. What is back there? It is going to be a Alolan Graveler, so this is very interesting. Going to be getting to the Ice Beam here. The Charms are digging in. That thing is going to be able to charge very fast, so I'm getting a little nervous that they're going to be able to potentially take us out, but I think the Marowak's going to be able to handle that. If you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll be keeping you updated on everything Pokemon Go. Thanks for watching, and take care.